Stop trying to clean up this country with a socialist mop. What loss of freedom really looks like. Next.
Here's James Delingpole, author of Welcome to Obama Land. I've seen your future and it doesn't really work. James, welcome to the program, sir.
Hey, Glenn. Thanks for having me.
Sure. Do you watch this program over in England at all?
Yeah, we're quite big fans of, we're bigger fans of Fox over here than President Obama is, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's quite cult viewing.
I just didn't know if you knew what you were getting into here over here.
I know you're a wild and dangerous guy, Glenn.
Yes, I know. It's crazy. Okay, what I wanted to talk to you about is, you say you've lived the Obama plan. You've seen our future. Tell me a little bit about the future.
Yeah, I am like your Nostradamus, because what you're experiencing now in America, we've been living for the last 12 years, first under the Obama prototype, the grinning monkey Tony Blair, and secondly, under the aging Politburo chief Gordon Brown. And we've experienced socialism, and this is what's going to happen to you, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, stop. Tell me what you really feel here, will you? Tell me about, because I saw some things that, you know, in your book, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is the same kind of stuff. You have one, we just went through a spell here where we're having problems because they're now saying, there were these two women that were like, I'm going to drop my son or daughter over to your house, and then they'll get on the bus at your house, et cetera, et cetera. And the state came in and said, you can't do that. That's a daycare. You have rules for carpools if you're going to take a bunch of kids to school, right?
Yeah, we have kind of a paedophile czar over here now, more or less, where there are 11 million adults in this country who have to get checks done on them. They have to pay £70, I think it is. They have to submit to this 6-month bureaucratic process. Scoutmasters, anyone who works with kids, anyone who takes them around in a bus, they have to be checked before they're allowed near a child in case they molest them.
Fox hunting, they're taking away your right to fox hunt?
Yeah, fox hunting. Glenn, I used to go fox hunting. It was fantastic fun. Now we have to do it kind of in secret, you know?
Yeah.
We have to pretend to be chasing this scent, and then when no one's looking, we kill the fox. But otherwise, no, you could get arrested for it.
I know, I hate when that happens. When they close down my fox
I know you do.
Hunt place, I was really upset.
Yeah, see, foxes are persecuted on both sides of the Atlantic.
Right. We have now a growing debt. I know your debt is out of control. We've got people that are looking at it. They just talked about here about you know, expanding the government into our food to make sure that we have all the right food, et cetera, et cetera. Is it true you guys have grocery store warning labels? We have like a traffic light system, like, you know, red for danger, amber for kind of worrying, green for eco-friendly and organic and nice and healthy. Just like in Hitler's Germany, they had similar health warnings, you know, like Coca-Cola was considered unsuitable for the Kinder in Germany. It's the same over here now. Why must you bring up Hitler? Why the hate from you?
Well, you know, this is the kind of National Socialist tyranny that we're all living under. Well, you're about to live under.
No, we do already. Stop calling that a socialist mop. It's clear. I don't know what it is, but it's clearly not a socialist mop. James, you need to calm down. No, I won't hear any more of your hate speech. You calm down. We're going to take it. You're in the timeout box.
You've done bad things.
I'm not listening. Timeout box for you, James. So, Sir Delingpole, I know you're. Are you a knight?
You know what? Prince Charles does not like me very much. I say bad things about him. And he would be the man who would give me my knighthood, so I'm stuffed.
Yeah, now hang on just a second. He doesn't like you because you hate you hate global warming BS, and he's really into that. We have different views on climate change. Yeah, we do. Climate change, and it is changing. I got up this morning. When I got up this morning at about 5 o'clock, it was 46 degrees. It's almost 60 now. If this trend continues, it will be 4,000 degrees in New York next week. Panic. And that's exactly the sort of science that Al Gore uses. Yeah. Why the hate? Why do you hate the planet so much? So, James, let me ask you this. Here's what I'm looking for. Next week, we have Lord Monkton coming in, and he's saying that there is the climate change bill that we're about to sign, because, you know, I mean, after the Nobel Prize, you know, Barack Obama's like, you know what, I was going to do it in Copenhagen, too. I'll get this done, too.
sign the climate change bill. He says it's the first time that global government has actually been mentioned in a bill, and we're going to sign our sovereignty away.
I very much fear that he's right. You know, the guy who started the whole climate change thing, not Al Gore actually, but Maurice Strong, the Canadian, who founded the Rio Summit where it all started, he is a great believer in one world government. And I think you should all be very, very afraid of the cap-and-trade bill. The Porculus package was a rehearsal. The Cairo surrender monkey speech was a rehearsal. The Obamacare was a rehearsal. The really bad thing, the thing that's going to ruin your lives in America, is cap-and-trade.
You speak firsthand. First of all, I should say, America, he says you should be afraid of cap-and-trade. I say, fear the Canadians. What is the
that as well.
What is your experience with cap and trade? Because you guys have done it already. Over in Europe, it's done.
Yeah, because the EU loves the idea of cap and trade because it's a way of imposing supranational controls over sovereign nations. You know, you have unelected officials declaring how much carbon business is allowed to produce. So, you know, you have no control over these unelected officials. They increase your taxes, they increase regulations. You know, we now have sort of spy devices in our dustbins, in our trash cans, as you call them, in order to monitor how much waste we dispose of. This all comes from the European Union.
What do you mean, spy devices?
We have these spy devices. There are now 2 million trash cans in Britain which have special microchips which weigh how much trash you use. And what they're going to do in the future is that they're going to weigh the amount of unrecycled waste you dispose of and then charge you for it. And this comes directly from the European Union.
You know what? That's why your country has been just sucking for a while, man. We've been over, I mean, don't get me wrong, we're not doing much better right now, but we built cars for a while because we weren't weighing our trash. What the heck are you guys doing over there? And it's coming here.
Help me in America.
What'd you say?
Can I flee there? Can I flee to America and try and save you from this European horror?
Please do. Please do.